Tonight, the I-team investigating modern-day bootlegging. Liquor store owners accused of avoiding taxes on large quantities of alcohol bought in Indiana and sold in the state of Illinois. Chuck Addy joining us tonight with the latest chapter in an I-team investigation. Chuck.
Kathy, this modern-day bootlegging is costing Illinois taxpayers tens of millions of dollars in lost revenue, according to industry experts. Tonight, authorities have seized more than $1 million from a couple that the government says concocted an elaborate scheme to skip paying taxes on alcohol purchased for their Indiana store, then sold for millions in cash to Illinois stores from a backdoor register.
The product that comes in from Indiana comes in at such a lower cost typically than it would be if it were bought through the proper channels in Illinois. It's a large problem.
According to the feds, here is just one example of how Illinois is losing out on lots of tax money. In this civil forfeiture case in the Northern District of Indiana, the government says Sam and Dipti Patel, the owners of Columbia Liquors in Hammond, bought large amounts of alcohol, then sold most of it to 17 liquor stores in Illinois, at least 5 of which they own. That is illegal.
A product that comes in from Indiana does not have any Illinois excise tax on it at all. The other thing that's a problem with it is it doesn't come in on their books either. And there really is no record of where it goes, how much comes in, and where it ends up.
Without the Illinois sales tax, the Cook County tax, and the City of Chicago tax, alcohol is more than $8 cheaper per gallon when it is being bootlegged from Indiana. These flyers advertising Columbia Liquors lower prices.
There was a new law that went in terms of trying to crack down on these sort of businesses. You know, the last we had looked, which was 2 years ago, it appeared that there was about $30 million in taxes that the state was losing over it.
That's when the I-team first looked into the practice of Illinois stores paying cash for liquor from Indiana. For 2 months, we watched Kennan Liquors in Dyer, trucks pulling up, liquor loaded, and then driven back to Illinois stores. Well, you don't think all this is going to somebody's house for a weekend party, do you?
I don't really care.
Would you care if it was against the law?
It's not against the law for us to sell it. What they do is their business.
In the current case, Columbia bought more than $3 million in liquor from one of its distributors between January and June of this year, according to these documents obtained by the I-team. And records show only a small portion of that alcohol remained here in Indiana for retail sale. Authorities say most of it was sold for cash from a backdoor register to 17 stores in Illinois. The cash apparently transported to the Patel's home or bank in black plastic bags or liquor boxes.
They were doing about $1,500 a day on the register in the front of the store, and they were doing about $42,000 a day on the register in the back of the store. So big difference.
My thought was if they are doing what they've been alleged of doing in the complaint, then I'm glad that we've given the tools and been a part of promoting the new laws.
On June 8th, authorities seized more than $1 million from the owner's home, vehicle, and store, along with various bank accounts associated with Columbia Liquors.
In Illinois, we're pleased to see that the Illinois Liquor Control Commission under the Department of Revenue has beefed up their enforcement division in the last couple of years.
Civil forfeiture laws allow law enforcement to take assets from people suspected of committing a crime without necessarily charging them with a crime. In recent court filings, the Patels have denied allegations against them. They declined our request for an interview, as did the U.S. Attorney, who instead sent a statement reiterating the allegations that Columbia Liquors was involved in a tax scheme, and it was at Illinois' unfortunate problem.
Oh, interesting. All right, Chuck, thanks so much.